Hello my lovelies, Rob here at Kickback Garage. I have just come back from my trip to Trondheim and I had a package from Rimini Lambretta. This should have come like 2.5 weeks ago, but it is here now. It is the new headlight, LED headlight, and in this video we will be fitting this. So if that's something you fancy having a watch of, then grab yourself a coffee and I will see you after the intro. As you can see, I am sporting a new t-shirt today, very nice. And come up here a little bit. And that t-shirt was given to me on the Trondheim trip from the boys in Finland. So I'd like to have a shout out to Paul, Alan, Tony and Manu for the t-shirt. Thank you very much. Good stuff. And just so you know, Trondheim is known in Norway as a moustache town. And I have a little bit of a tradition that when I go up there on the scooter rally, that I sport a lovely moustache. That is being removed, and I think I'm going to go completely beardless from now on. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's open this package. So this is the headlight. Let's see what it comes with. Get it out the plastic. I have to say, it's quite hefty. Quite a bit of weight to that. Looks really nicely made. It is sporting, I see. The headlight itself is sporting the rim for the Series 1. And hopefully this is a Casa Lambretta headlight bezel. Hopefully that means they've sorted that out and that'll actually fit my scooter, because it's hard to see probably, but I have not got the screw here because the holes do not match up on the old one I have. Fingers crossed, eh? It also comes with screws that you need for the bezel and these little connectors. I'm not sure I'm going to be using these. I think maybe they are shrink fit or something like that, but I think it's so that you can cut the wires that comes from your original block and join them on. I like to have ones that I can pull apart, we'll see. On the end of here, already joined to the wires are the original bullet connector type jobbies. I might be able to just because I think let's open that up and have a look, and then I'll see how to wire this thing up. I can't remember how I wired this up, to be honest. Have I got the original adjuster block thing? I do not know. There's one screw. This one on the side. Obviously, if you've got Series 3 or 2, then you've got less screws. You want the 3, I have the 4, but like I said, one of them doesn't fit. So I'm looking forward to see if the bezel actually fits my Horncast, which would be nice. And the fact that it has got some heft on it means that it'd be nice if it could fasten it with all 4 screws. We'll see. Easily done. Yeah, I've just got bullet connectors here. And they're just red. Let's see. I'm just checking my telephone because I've screenshot the wiring instructions. It says, what does it say? Black is for earth. I have a black one there, I can just plug that straight in. I don't want to hang it on the wire, so I'm going to do that all at once. It's black is for earth, white is the parking light. That goes to yellow on the original system. I have no parking light because we have daytime running law here in Norway. I just use main and dip. And main and dip are high beam is red and low beam is blue, which is red on the original system. Both mine are red. I've got an adjuster block there. I don't think I'll do anything with them. I think I'll just plug those straight in there, I reckon. I do not have the speed or this little light either connected to anything I see now. I've got no loose wires, so I just haven't got it, basically. Right, let's plug it off and plug it in. Go. I didn't take note of which one is high and which one is low. It doesn't really matter. I've just got a switch that's high and low. So black is earth. I hope those bullet connectors fit. And they do. They do not, because I have got an original type one there. I think that's actually a she connector. That fits, which is nice. So what that does mean is that I have to fit a he connector, bullet connector on there. So it's just basically red and blue. Will it go in? Yes, it will. Do I dare have that lying around like that so it'll fall off my Homecast? No. I'll fit a new she connector first. He connector. He and she. Diagnosing or searching for faults. I like to make sure that my connectors, that I can take them apart so they can own them. You know what I mean? Own them. And the type of connector I like to use is this one. I've shown you these before. This has got like, what's it called? A shrink sleeve on them. So I just put these together and get it in there. Just crimp it down with one of those shitty crimping tongs. Make sure it's solid connection, tugging it a bit, and then I'll crimp it into place. Heat gun. Like I said, the reason why I didn't fit the Rimini ones is because I want to have solid connection and use connectors I trust. The reason why I'm fitting this is not just to give me better lights. This has hopefully got a little bit more room than the jockey's box and stop headlight. And it does work AC and DC, although it does flicker apparently. They say that as well, which is nice of them. It does flicker a little bit on AC at low revs, like everything else does. But I am actually seriously considering fitting, going full DC this winter on my scooter. The scooter is not used in the winter, so please slate me in the comments down below. I know you will. But yeah, the thing is in Norway is if you've seen my ride videos, especially the last one that I put out now to Trondheim, you'll notice that it is, and we've got lots and lots of tunnels. And the heftiest tunnel that I did was 10 kilometers long. And which way is this? It's that way, I suppose. It is 10 kilometers long and very poor lighting. So I'd like to have that. And I think I'd like to have a charger as well, because I ran out of power on my fit really easy, by the way. Let's just hope that the screws line up, which they seem to do. Do you think that'll stay put there while I find my screws? Stay put, please. If this works, it'll be really cool, because it was definitely a little bit easier than trying to make room in the headset, especially on a Series 1, where there's very little room already. I had to take out my junction box when I fit the jockey's box and stop type light on Series 1. Didn't have to faff around with anything here, modify anything, which is good. Oh, that's nice. They've actually redesigned their bezel, because the hole does match with the hole on the Horncast. I tightened that up a little bit too much. I have to loosen it so I can wiggle it around in the slots. If only my eyes didn't fail me. There we go. So we can get those in there. A little bit fiddly on the Series 1, to be honest. Let's have a look. Where's the hole? The hole is there, I think. Where is the hole? Where is the hole? Does it match with the holes? That is the question. I don't think it does. Matches there at least. And yes, it doesn't match all the holes. I hate that. That's not really Casa Performance's fault. It's a issue from Casa Lambretta. I just haven't got enough wiggle room. Have I tightened that down a bit too much again? I can see half a screw hole, you see. It'd be nice if I could just angle that up a little bit, and I can't. So I'm just going to mark on the bezel there, and I'm just going to have to file a little bit, which is slightly better than the other one I had, because that didn't fit whatsoever. I actually used a good half an hour to file that hole wider, but I still want to keep the slot shape, so I used a small flat file. Would that, I'll be able to squeeze it in there? Might be lucky. You do not want to cross thread these. Well, the M4 or something like that, as they're quite small. Right, let's fire it up and see what it looks like, shall we? Do I need chalk? Maybe. Wow, that was one hell of a bright headlight. The brightest I've ever seen on a Lambretta. So that was really cool. Even though this is DC, you can see it flickering at low revs. Does that really bother me? Not really. I can't wait to find some tunnels and see how this is. Or even when the autumn comes and it starts getting dark again in the evenings. Might take it for a ride and see how that works. But that was bright. And not a lot of difference between main and dip. So I'll have to get it against the wall sometime and make sure that I'm not blinding people. It lit up the whole of the garage here. So yeah, very cool. Works really nicely. Big thumbs up from me. Apart from the bezel, I do know that on Series 2 and 3, and on Series 2 and 3, that the Casa Lambretta bezel fits fine. Just a little bit of fettling. The old one is slightly better than the one that I had before because I actually couldn't fit it was out of whack by about a centimetre, so it obviously wasn't easy to elongate that. I couldn't be bothered. I just had the 3 screws. It worked fine. But because this is a slightly heavier unit, I decided to use all 4 screws. Success! Success on a plate for you. Do you remember that? It was that Finders. Anyway, I will love you and leave you, and I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ra!